I'm not that nervous. Like, still got a little like, ooh, but all right, if the question comes, I'm gonna be there to answer it. Like, I've already done this too many times to even be too worried about it.
Go step that way. Here. Don't step that way. Or you fight for it that way. Hey, what's Bill's head? Love that one. Love it a lot, though. Mario Barrios is a hell of a puncher. He's very explosive.
Dangerous hook.
Very dangerous. Everybody know that hook done knock a buffalo out. Really. It's just the truth. It's just the truth.
Yeah.
He probably could throw a hook more like mine than anybody seen.
Yeah.
He got that one punch shock on that left hook. Deadly. And then he understands how to throw it. So yeah, that's where he is.
This is a much different version of myself, as you can see in my energy. And, you could see, how taking care of your body, being a real athlete and showing a good example, you're gonna see that this fight.
Ryan Garcia hones his devastating left hook in training camp, while Roy Jones Jr. works on perfecting timing and accuracy, both preparing meticulously for the high-stakes clash against Mario Barrios.
We've been keeping it pretty with the same kind of pattern. We wake up around 8:30, and then head to the, strength and conditioning gym. We lift weights, we do, conditioning drills, sprints, all that stuff. Then we take a minor, 10-minute break, and then we head to, boxing.
Today we're here strengthening, conditioning, fine-tuning for the last stretch. Make sure that the body feels right and that we are strong. Keep that pace, keep that pace. 30 seconds. Last 30 seconds.
Atta boy.
Roy Jones Jr. showcases the fundamentals of a perfect left hook, emphasizing proper balance, precise timing, hip rotation, and maintaining a strong guard throughout the punch. He focuses on delivering each punch explosively, ensuring maximum power, precise accuracy, and maintaining solid defensive responsibility.
Hell of a puncher. He's very explosive.
Dangerous hook.
Very dangerous. Everybody know that hook done knock a buffalo out. Really. It's just the truth. It's just the truth.
Yeah.
He probably could throw a hook more like mine than anybody seen.
Yeah.
He got that one punch shock on that left hook. Deadly. And then he understands how to throw it. So yeah, that's where
Roy Jones Jr. commends Ryan Garcia for his devastating left hook, calling him an exceptional puncher with one of the most lethal hooks in the sport.
Then conditioning. Nowadays, fighters are more into strength and conditioning than technique. How that happened was people started getting lazy with technique. So they would have technique, like you have a lot of guys that would have a technique, but they wouldn't be conditioned. So they come to the ring, they look good for a few rounds, then they die off. The better conditioned guy win the fight. So what started happening was a lot of guys that had technique were getting beat by guys that didn't have the same technique, but had better conditioning. So what happens? Boxing transitioned from a skill sport to a better conditioned sport. So now people forget about technique, but they work on more on condition.
Roy Jones Jr. explains that boxing is founded on technique rather than just conditioning. While a fighter relying solely on stamina might survive a few rounds, it's precise technical skill that carries them through to the final bell.
It was much different circumstances. I was coming off of suspension, and during that suspension, I was drinking and partying and doing whatever I want for all the way through until they told me that I had to fight. My instincts told me not to. My body wasn't well. It had a lot of toxins in it, as you can imagine. A lot of stupid shit I did. But when you have a lot of people in your ear and people are telling you can make $5 million, it's an easy fight, and you know, but you know internally that it's not the right decision, and I didn't trust my heart and didn't trust my instincts, and I paid the price for it.
So you say that you knew that it was not the right thing to do. Was there a moment in training camp or the week of the fight where you thought, man, I really think I might lose?
Oh, every day.
Ryan Garcia admits that in past years he struggled with focus, often getting sidetracked by partying and outside distractions instead of fully committing to his training and growth.
30 pounds, remember how to box, and try to get sharp all in 2 months. And I don't even know how my body's gonna react. And it wasn't reacting. Every 2 days, it would just shut down. Runs didn't feel right. Nothing felt correct as it should. And I'm not blaming anybody. You come to find out, you know, whatever was happening in the Haney fight, it will never be replicated again. You can't do that. I still don't know to this
That was
day
crazy, yeah.
how I was able to drink and do whatever I wanted and somehow still win. I just wanted to make a mockery of death.
Now, Ryan Garcia feels disciplined and driven, surrounded by the right team who guide his choices and keep him accountable.
Yeah, because he's one that's out there doing like what I used to do. He's fighting them all. He don't care who they are, where they are. If he get paid for it, he'll fight. And that's a beautiful thing. That is what boxing has been missing. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't care who he fights. It's going to be an instant fight, and he has a chance to beat anybody.
Roy Jones Jr. lauds Ryan Garcia as a gifted fighter who delivers thrilling performances, making every fight exciting no matter who steps into the ring with him. 8. Chris Algieri explains that every situation in boxing has its own unique nuances, and Ryan Garcia more by personality than culture. While successful father-son pairings exist like entity, people. Robert Garcia, boxing trainer, with his father or Roy Jones Jr. Floyd Mayweather.
Every case is its own, every case is unique, and Ryan is especially unique. Champ, you mentioned the cultural versus personality. I think it's much more personality than culture, because we've seen culturally it work with Mexican father-son duos. I mean, we have Robert Garcia here, his father trained him, and Mikey Garcia, it worked. You know, and then you've got, you know, even like Roy Jones versus Floyd Mayweather. Roy Jones's father, you know, butting heads. You know, Floyd and his father butting heads. Uncle worked out great. Roger and Floyd worked out beautifully. But the fathers, they hit heads together. Then you got, even today, you got Naoya Inoue and his father. His father's fantastic. Yep. Trains both him and his brother, and to great success. And it seems like doesn't seem like there's much friction there, at least that we've seen. So I don't think it's so much cultural as much as it is personality. And in terms of the personalities, Ryan has a very large personality.
Chris Algieri points out that recently, Ryan Garcia has faced challenges with discipline, coaching, and structured training. Algieri observes that Ryan often favors informal sessions at home, surrounded by distractions, instead of sticking to a consistent gym routine. The hope is that his father can help steer him back to a more traditional training approach, the very system that previously brought him success. If they can reconcile their strong personalities and build on their shared history, Ryan has a potential to regain his former elite performance level. Algieri concludes that despite the obstacles, the right guidance could make a significant impact on his boxing journey.
On their history, to which case Ryan could actually perform at a very high level again. In recent form, Ryan has had a lot of trouble with coaching. Listening to what he's going to do, showing up to the gym, he'd rather train. It seems like he's in his living room, you know, wearing sweatpants and you know, whoever's around with influencers. Maybe his father can crack him out of that and get him back to a more traditional training style like we've seen him in the past when he was on a really good run at some point, you know, at a point a few years ago where he looked like he really could take over and then things kind of fell off. So possibly the father-son duo this time could work once again because it has worked in the past.
When you look at this, all we need now is a coach with some experience. Oh, we have Coach Robert Garcia. What's the secret sauce here? Is there one? Is it about knowing when to be dad and when to be coach? Is there a secret here? Is it just, as the guys have pointed out, a matter of...
Analysts have highlighted a critical tactical weakness in Ryan Garcia that could affect his upcoming bout against Mario Barrios. While his talent is undeniable, recent performances have raised questions. Despite his skill and popularity, a recent loss suggests that marketability and flashy appeal don't always translate into strategic mastery inside the ring.
Elite level counterpuncher, that's Luke Campbell, Olympic gold medalist. They're much more talented fighters than Mario Barrios. But then I take you to his most recent outing, and, you know, he lost this fight. It's the reason people are like, how on earth does he have a world title shot in his next fight? Well, that's what being good looking in a massive commercial pool does for you. But I take you to the Rolly Romero fight, and Romero is okay, but he's not an elite level fighter in my opinion, but he was someone who had sparred a lot of rounds with Ryan Garcia and understood Ryan Garcia as a fighter. And again, he shows you the way here with effective counterpunching and isolating those weaknesses of Ryan Garcia. So what you'll see here in the Romero fight, and what I really like about Rolly here, is that he's not afraid of Ryan Garcia rushing him. And Ryan Garcia wants to do what Ryan Garcia does. Those things we explained before. He likes to press the action. And it's early in the fight. And this made him so apprehensive for the rest of the fight that he lost. As you can see, Ryan Garcia, he steps into the here. And even though Ryan Garcia is right in front of him, Rolly knows Ryan's probably looking for that lead.
Examining his fight against Roy, Romero highlights this concern. Although Romero was an elite fighter, his extensive sparring with Ryan Garcia gave him insight into Ryan's tendencies. He successfully countered Ryan's attacks, taking advantage of weaknesses in Garcia's style. Ryan's usual strategy of pressing forward and controlling the pace played right into Romero's plan. Early aggression from Ryan was met with tight defense and smart counterpunching, which made him hesitant for the rest of the bout. Romero's discipline and defensive positioning were also key. Keeping his hands high and maintaining a solid stance with strong footwork neutralized Ryan's favored lead hook. This example emphasizes that without adaptation and strategic discipline, Ryan's natural aggression can be exploited, posing a real threat against a calculated opponent like Mario Barrios.
Dominated in the Romero fight because Ryan Garcia was expected to beat Rolly Romero. He's not seen as being the best operator out there, Rolly Romero. And I guess it shows you that a fighter who's not even top level can exploit Ryan Garcia with the right game plan. So can Mario Barrios do it? And what can Ryan Garcia do about it? Can he change? Can he fix these problems? Well, even though I don't think he's particularly consistent with his counter-punching Barrios, he has shown in moments he can do it. And so if Ryan Garcia remains the same, I think there's a chance he can execute this. I'll show you in this fight here against Akhmedov when Barrios was down at super lightweight. Watch here. So he steps in with the jab, which misses. Akhmedov then returns with his own backhand, which Barrios pulls back from. And then in that moment, you can see his right hand here is away from his chin, a la Ryan Garcia, I suppose you could say. Barrios catches him with a counter left hook, which is the exact position that Ryan Garcia has been a little bit weakened, and he touches down there, Akhmedov. Against Ugas, we see him land a nice counter jab here as Ugas fires his jab. He catches it, throws his own.
Tim Bradley breaks down the upcoming clash between Ryan Garcia and Mario Barrios, highlighting key factors that could decide the fight. He points out that Barrios' coach, Gusin, provides significant edge. Having studied Ryan's habits and weaknesses, he can help Mario capitalize on them while maximizing his own strengths. Bradley notes that Mario is a well-rounded fighter, though not dominant in any single area. He is solid across multiple skills, including counterpunching, fighting from the back foot, slipping shots, and seamlessly combining blocks with quick counters.
Let's start off with, the coach. Goosen's in Barrios' corner. That's going to be interesting in the sense that fact that Goosen knows Ryan Garcia. He knows his Achilles heel, man. He knows it. And, Goosen knows he has a horse that is not only tough, but he's well-rounded. Mario Barrios can fight a little bit, fight off the back foot a little bit. He can do a little bit of everything. Counterpunch, slip counters, blocking shoots, catching shoots. Like he got a bag. He does. He's average in every single department. Got a really good jab, a hell of a right hand, man. That right hand is gonna be money for him in this fight. I would also say the left hook, to be honest with you. I think one of the most ironic things about Ryan Garcia is you never want to hook with a hooker, but as I follow the evolution of him.
That's a wrap for today's video. Stay tuned and catch us next time.